All right, hey there, I'm back. Spoke a little too soon, huh? All right, so here's the deal. We were just talking about that line of thunderstorms um, to the west of Crawford County. No sooner did I get off the feed here, and they went ahead and issued the severe thunderstorm warning. It's just how it goes sometimes. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of the specifics here, what we're looking at. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning for Western Crawford County. This also includes southern Ashtabula County. This is in effect until noon. This thunderstorm out near Orwell, Ohio, it's moving to the east about 40 miles an hour. So the wind gusts have gotten up to 60 miles an hour with this, which classifies it as a severe thunderstorm. And we also have quarter-size hail being reported as well. So you can see the radar there looping as it gets ready to cross into far western Crawford County. So again, this severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until noontime. So here are the specifics. 11:09 a.m. So just about 5 minutes ago. Severe thunderstorms located along a line extending from 6 miles east of Orwell to Lordstown, moving east at 40. So again, these storms coming into Crawford County right now, particularly the western parts of Crawford County. And what we'll do here is I will put the pause on this, and I'm going to shut that off. And what I'll do is we'll just track this out for you here, kind of give you a little idea of where this line is moving off to the east northeast about 40 miles an hour. So these are the areas that this thunderstorm will affect. You can see here mostly right now into Trumbull and Ashtabula County, but it will get into the Espyville area at about 11:23, and then over towards Linesville about 11:27. So heading into far western Crawford County, this will affect the Jamestown area as well. Some gusty weather moving in. Again, gusts briefly to 60 miles an hour here as this line of storms continues to propagate to the east. We'll put a loop on it for you. So if you are in western Crawford County, focusing on you right now for this severe thunderstorm warning, again, that's in effect until noontime here as this line moves in. Let's see. So I got a couple of you watching. So this is what we're watching here as we go into the late morning. This little line of gusty storms that has developed. And like we were talking about earlier, this is going to be really interesting to see how this plays out through the rest of the afternoon, right? So if this little batch coming through robs the energy from thunderstorms later today, then we're not going to have much to worry about. But in the here and now, again, we'll just recap. If you're just hopping on the stream here, severe thunderstorm warnings continue or are in effect, I should say, for Crawford County, western Crawford County. We'll turn the warning on here. These storms moving to the east at about 40 miles an hour. Excuse me. So we're pegging this for about 60 mile an hour wind gusts, which could cause some localized damage, and about quarter-sized hail. So again, if you're like into western Crawford County, we'll go in a little closer. This is west of Conneaut Lake. I wonder what Nina is seeing down there, my weather watcher in Linesville. A little thunderstorm moving over her. Northern parts of the Pymatuning, and then as you go west towards Andover and Cherry Valley and just south of Dorset, Ohio, this area in here is where we're seeing this line of thunderstorms as it continues to move off to the east. Again, 40 miles an hour. If you're just joining me here on Facebook, we're watching this line of storms as it comes into far western Crawford County. So Mike says, Gus, briefly, that's all it takes. That's true. Sometimes it can be quick. Edinburgh later I think this part of the storm. So here you are up here in Edinburgh for Gale. I think it may just clip by to the south of you. This initial batch, anyway. Then we'll see what happens later today. Um, I think a lot of this the thunderstorms later today are gonna be predicated on how these kind of work over the atmosphere. If they rob enough of the energy and we can't get the atmosphere to recharge, then, like I said in my earlier post, the severe threat will go way down. But this is nothing to, be alarmed about. I'm just kind of letting you guys know that's what's up for now. Um, all we're looking at here is some gusty wind. Let me just turn on the. I come over here to lightning. So yeah, let me loop it here over the last 2 hours. See how this behaves. Lightning is usually a key indicator. So we do see it spike there briefly up over 70 strikes, but you can see it's come down a little bit. So that's also the type of air mass that we're in. I'm getting a phone call, excuse me. I'm gonna silence that. So it's the type of air mass that we're in where these things tend to pulse, right? So they can pulse up, briefly come strong to severe, and then they kind of collapse and die out. That's kind of the situation that we're looking at this afternoon. And the reason why it's not a great setup for us is because when you look at where the parent low pressure is, it is way up near Duluth, Minnesota. And that's where the best dynamics, the best instability, the best spin is. So with that puppy being so far away, I really don't see anything more than just scattered thunderstorms. A few could be strong to severe, like we're seeing here now late this morning as this line crosses into Pennsylvania here. So let me just go put a fresh storm track on this for you, see if there's any new updates. Let me just get the speed real quick again. So moving east at 40. Let me come back down here to the radar, and we will pause this at the last frame. So it's a severe thunderstorm warning for Western Crawford County, and let's back this out, and I will just take my little fancy tool here, and we will just take this whole line kind of east northeast at about 40. So we'll just get it into Meadville here. All right, so still thinking SBville around basically within the next 2 minutes. It's pretty much there, and then this will move into. So it's in Trumbull County now. Mercer County will be in line for the southern end of this line. And then we'll watch you guys in Meadville up towards Sagertown. The northern end of the line might clip you guys with some gusty wind and some brief heavy rain. So that's the latest storm track that we have for you as this line works its way into far western Crawford County. We'll go in really tight here. So there's Conneaut Lake right there. You can see Linesville is in it, basically between Conneautville and Conneaut Lake right now, over to Pierpont, Andover. So this is the state line right in here, northern end of the Pymatuning. That's where we have the worst of the weather now, and I'll use that term loosely because just a gusty thunderstorm. We look to the west. There's another little guy back here that's kind of trailing this main batch. Again, I would suspect that this isn't going to amount to much because of this initial batch that's moving through. But interesting to note that these storms have formed up here. And again, so Crawford County, that's the area that we're watching for right now. Hello, Joe. Good to see you. Anything for Gerard? If Gerard gets anything, it'll be later this afternoon. But a lot of times there's a stabilizing effect from the lake. So there's a better chance if you're south of 90 for a couple of strong storms. But it's something to keep an eye on. Hey, Kathy. Chatty Kathy's here. Waterford, this initial batch will go south of Waterford. Nothing's bothering you in sunny North Carolina. And Harry says, let it storm. Hello, Julie. Who is Gremlin Man? I don't know what you're talking about, Ron. Me? Nobody's ever called me that before in my life. Anyway, all right. So, real quick recap. If you're just joining, severe thunderstorm warning for western Crawford County. This is until noon, so for another 30 to 35 minutes. Looks like they have extended it into parts of Mercer County, but that's not really our concern. But if you are down here in Greenville, Hermitage area, that's kind of out of my zone of forecast responsibility. But just know that parts of Mercer County will get clipped here with some gusty weather. I'm more focused on you folks in like Conneaut Lake, Linesville, those areas as this little cluster works its way to the east. Ron says he's not afraid of the reds and yellows. Yeah, nothing to be afraid of. It's a thunderstorm. This is what happens. You know, it's just how it goes. We've dealt with them forever. So, and this is by far a low end severe risk, unless it's impacting you, right? Then it's not. So let's see. Just get a couple more specifics just to make sure I'm not missing anything, and then I'm going to probably sign off here and get ready for my noon show, so you can join us there. Coming up here in about 30 minutes, we'll have a full update on everything. Let's see. There was someone that had a question. Clintonville. That's what? South Central Venango. That's way down here. Yeah. I mean, if the line holds together, you guys will get. You guys may get clipped with the southern end of this line if it holds together. Like I was just saying a little while ago, these tend to be pulse type thunderstorms, and what that means is they build up, they kind of cop a little attitude for a bit, and then they kind of fall apart and fizzle out. That's just the environment we're in, and like I said, this is not a huge severe weather outbreak. So, Sheila for Crawford. Townville. Yeah, we're watching this line west of you guys right now. Again, it's moving off to the east. We'll be approaching the 79 corridor here shortly, within the next half hour or less, I'd say. Titusville. Yeah, so there you are in Titusville. The northern end of this line, if it holds together, will clip you, and same deal for Franklin. We'll see how this kind of propagates its way to the east. So for the time being, it's severe thunderstorm warning for western Crawford County until noon. So that's another 30 minutes. Basically, all we're dealing with out of this is some gusty wind and maybe a little small hail. I mean, it says up to quarter size, and I suppose it's possible. What you might see is a lot of those big fat raindrops, because it's so humid and warm. Some of those hailstones, depending on how strong the updraft of the thunderstorm is, a lot of those hailstones will probably melt by the time they hit the ground. So it falls in like this big like conglomerate form of like a raindrop, these huge raindrops that come down. I'd be more concerned about a brief gust of wind to 60 miles an hour. So, okay, quick recap. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for western Crawford County until noon. we will have a full update on thunderstorms and how they will develop, and if they become severe through the rest of the afternoon, coming up when you join us at noon. I will let you guys go right after I answer Brian's question. That looks a little high, but would Warren get it with that? If it survives the trip, that's really the key here. When you're dealing with these pulse type thunderstorms, like I said, they'll pulse up briefly and then they can collapse. So we'll keep an eye on it. Join us at noon. So again, main focus right now, Western Crawford County through noon for a severe thunderstorm warning. And of course, I'll be on TV at noon and we'll let you know if the warnings are extended or canceled or whatever the case may be. And then, of course, the crew will be in this afternoon to keep you up to date on any further development. So I'm going to say see you later for now.